This chickpea smash with charred corn and a creamy cashew dressing is one of my go-to vegan lunch recipes. Make it ahead, keep it in the fridge, and enjoy it throughout the week. If you're looking for more packable lunch recipes, then this one will be especially good for you. And my chickpea smash has a little bit more going on than some of the other one-bowl chickpea smash recipes that are out in the world. But I sent you a poll recently, and most of you said that tasty ranks higher for you than thrifty or timely. So the couple extra steps in this recipe are totally worth it for the flavor, and it still happens to be pretty thrifty and timely. Just 15 minutes is all you need for this recipe once you've soaked your cashews. So if you're good at planning ahead, then you can soak these overnight in cold water in your fridge. Otherwise, you can quick soak them. Boil water in your kettle and pour it over half a cup raw cashews in a heat-safe bowl. Let this sit for 15 minutes. Meanwhile, char 3/4 cup corn kernels in a skillet over medium-high heat for 5 to 7 minutes. This is one of those extra steps, but charred corn is one of the most popular posts on our blog, and that makes me really happy because it means that you know how much extra flavor it adds for such little work. Charring corn brings out the sweetness in the corn, it gives it a smoky flavor, and it takes your everyday frozen corn kernels or canned corn kernels and makes them much more exciting. While the corn chars, roughly mash up 2 cups cooked chickpeas and dice 3/4 cup celery. When the corn is nicely blackened in spots and starts to pop, take it off the heat and stir it together with the chickpeas and celery. Now you're ready to finish it off with the dressing. Drain the cashews from the soaking water and add them to a blender with 1 tablespoon lemon juice, 2 tablespoons tahini, 2 teaspoons miso paste, 1 teaspoon capers in their brine, 1/4 cup nutritional yeast, 1/3 cup plant milk of choice, and 2 tablespoons fresh or frozen dill. If you don't have fresh, use 2 teaspoons dried. Blend it up until it's smooth and pour it over the chickpea mixture. Load your chickpea smash onto whole grain bread, eat it just as a chickpea salad, or scoop it onto power bowls for a big protein hit. Now, before I get to the cost, if you're thinking sprouts, that's definitely not cheap, then stay tuned because I will have a video for you with how to buy seeds and sprout at home. It's super thrifty, they are packed with healthy stuff, so stay tuned for that. Another thing, I almost always make this recipe with frozen dill. So if you buy fresh dill, then don't let it wilt in your fridge. Put it in the freezer, and frozen dill is super easy to throw into soups and dips and dressings. Even frozen, it packs a huge amount of flavor, so it makes me feel like I bought this sandwich at a cafe. If you don't have celery or don't like celery, add in cucumber or red onion, anything that will give a refreshing crunch. And finally, using chickpeas cooked from scratch gives you the best savings. This chickpea smash recipe makes 4 of these loaded sandwiches and costs us about $1.90 per sandwich. Just the chickpea smash costs about $5.45 using chickpeas cooked from scratch. If I were to use canned chickpeas, it would add about $1.80 to my overall cost. So if saving a bit of money at the grocery store is important to you, then check out my video on how to cook chickpeas from scratch. And for comparison, if I were to buy 270-gram cans of tuna to make an equivalent? I'll try that one again. For comparison, if I were to buy 270-gram cans of tuna to make 4 equivalent tuna salad sandwiches, I would spend at least $5 on just the tuna. So this is a great plant-based lunch option. It's full of protein from the chickpeas, the tahini, and the cashews. And if you liked this recipe, then hit that subscribe button to give our channel a boost. And coming up next, it's asparagus season. So I have a really easy and quick lemon asparagus soup for you. I honestly have to stop myself from eating this from the bowl every time I make it.